Yeah,
All right.
okay.
Yeah,
Go.
let's move.
Some say down south you don't sweat, you glisten. Well, we're doing a whole lot of glistening today.
Goddamn. Goddamn, don't eat the squirrel bits, man. They ain't good. Hey there, baby. I'm Nina.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from? Wow, you have come a long way then. I've never been there, but I've met some traders who passed that way. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level? I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. Keeps things interesting. I'll be honest, you're the first person I've run across out here that looks like she can really handle herself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out. Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family. Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world, looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from. Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know. You still okay bringing me along? Sure, just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
Said hey. Said hey, I'm not... What are you, some kind of lesbian?
What's up? Step into my office. Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? Am I punching too much? I get carried away. My recommendation? More punching. I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops. I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do. Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two. My favorite subject. I want a dress. Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California. Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing. Can I make it up? Just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from... something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time. Like what? Ever been nosy? I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love. She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to. No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay, either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while. Ooh, got any juicy gossip? He was dead when I got there. It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know? Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission. More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No, actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents, so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that. I'm a procurement specialist. Like I said, it's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology. The elder who brought us to the Mojave, Father Elijah, usually had me looking for these old memory units, but he'd never tell me what they were for. Nowadays, I'm usually sent to do business with traders at places like the 188, but sometimes I think it's just to keep me out of everyone's hair. I know sometimes I sound like I don't, I know, but there's something that still rings true to me about our code. There's an honor to it. We're protecting people, even if it's from themselves. It's a good cause. We just lose sight of the big picture sometimes, treat all our practices with the same sacredness. Ah, the Codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms. No. We only protect people from themselves, and only in the sense that we don't let them have the really good pre-war toys. And sometimes it's more like we protect ourselves from them and hope to outlive them and become humanity's sole heirs. We've had people go rogue, though, and start helping people. One chapter had a small civil war over it. We take our isolationism seriously. He was our elder when we came east. A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. I learned a lot from him. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. The Brotherhood's interest is in old technology. He wanted to explore developing new tech. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east. It was a dam, really. We'd heard rumors it was working. Figured we could claim it, put it to use. And it may also have been partly that our elder at the time had worn out his welcome. Didn't end up mattering. We got sidetracked at Helios 1, and the NCR took the dam in the meantime. We're still after it, though. In theory. I called them family before. That's not far off. Both the good and the bad. It's like a big, unending family reunion in that bunker. There's people you love, people you'll never speak to again, and it's always awkward when you run into someone you used to date. Darn it! I had some spectacular answers coming, too. This better not be about the meaning of life. Sure, he's one of the hotel managers on the Strip. He comes up in the news now and then. Him and the other chairman run the Tops. It's one of the nicer hotels. Or so I hear. Elder McNamara wouldn't shell out for a passport for me, so I've actually never been to the Strip. Why do people get so cheap when they get old? Well, when two people really love each other, you really don't know this stuff yet? Yep, it's your typical city layout. Rich people in a gated community surrounded by extreme poverty. House gave the area around the strip to the locals, but he has no interest in it, so he ignores it entirely. It just needs new management. I'd love to see the Brotherhood do it, but since the Codex doesn't say clean up Freeside, no one listens to me. Bunch of sticklers. Ooh, do I get a prize if I answer right? I'm worried they'll be the death of the Brotherhood. They take what they want. We defend our interests to the death. But there's a handful of us and tens or hundreds of thousands of them. So it's not going to end well. Last time we clashed, we lost a lot of people. Retreated to our bunker. Now we're afraid to even move around during the day. I was told we wouldn't be tested on this. Silliest dressed band of raping, slaving marauders you'll see east of California. I'll say that. Where's that touch of old world class? Although, I hear the soldiers mount each other as much as they mount their women, so maybe they did keep a little something from the Empire. No such privilege for the women, though. Figures. So, to answer your question, they're a bunch of hypocritical jerkwads. It's a word. A lifetime supply of fan... Let's.
Hello.
Welcome to the 188 Slopping Shop. Like our slogan says, it's better than nothing. Samuel Kerr at your service. Me and my daughter Michelle run this fine establishment. We came here from Prim about a month past. Doesn't look like much, but it's one hell of a location. Michelle and I ran a little shop in Prim till a prison break north of town spoiled it for everyone. Goddamn convicts just about shut down I-15. When traffic dried up, we took to our heels to find us some customers. I'm not one to sit around waiting to get saved, and Michelle ain't neither. When 15 shut down, 95 became the route NCR citizens used to get to the Strip, or limp back home, after the Strip's drained them of caps. We get 'em coming and going. Coming, the suckers flush with caps they saved to gamble on the Strip. And going, the same folks, but now they're losers who'll trade you the shirt off their backs so they don't starve before they make it back home. Add in the troopers marching back and forth from McCarran and the Dam, and well, let's just say we don't miss Prim. You bet. Come back soon now.
Prim wimped out and accepted NCR rule.
Welcome to the 188 Slopping Shop. How can I help you? Have a look.
Thanks.
Name's Michelle. My dad and me run this store. His name's Samuel. I take the day shift and he takes nights. We came here about a month ago, when Prim went to hell on account of the prison break north of there. Found a bin to call home and set up shop. There's more to the 188 than meets the eye. Troops move back and forth on 93 all the time, and 95 is how NCR folks come and go from Vegas. No shortage of customers, so long as Legion raids south of here don't get worse anyways. You do know these old roads were numbered, right? We're standing where the 95 and 93 meet, and 95 plus 93 equals 188. Not much. I hear some folks got killed down by Nelson. Or was it Novak? I don't know. If they come up this way, me and Dad'll go someplace else. Bye.
Some people
We
do
might be
anything
able to
for
find some
themselves.
Nevada agave around here.
Evening. Do you believe there are folks who pay five? Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
Hey, Six, can we stop off somewhere? I need to buy some ammo. And, some whiskey. Some cigarettes. Something to play with. Maybe a belt with a skull in it. That would be good.
What's up? Okay, did you find one? I've heard that's an amazing story. I can't wait to read it. I already have one right now. Remind me when I finish. Are you sure? Great. Okay. Okay.
Hey.
They've been scavenging too long.
All
right.
right.
Talking to
I
you,
felt busy while you're gone.
Mama.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
When the standing
Let's
around
move.
is getting exciting.
Feeling thirsty? Let me see. You bet. Come back soon now.
The NCR took back Nelson. Maybe they can win this war after all.
Back for more? Bye.
Hey there.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
I hear the cons won't trouble us anymore.
I hear the Great Khans just packed up and left Red Rock Canyon. Always thought
What's up? Let's.
about the NCR and then would fight it out again.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? What's up? It's a free wasteland. Let's. What's up? You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? See you around.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
All right.
I'm trying to find a good place to read.
Never was much for sightseeing. Guess I go where you take me.
Yeah,
Okay.
all
right.
Okay.
Just when the standing around was getting exciting.
Hey. What are you doing here? This is our casino, punk. We don't take kindly to tourists on our turf. You're gonna need to pay a fine if you want to leave in one piece. 100 caps should cover it. Fuck, we lose again. We heard Prim was ripe for the picking, so figured we could come here and shake down some of the suckers. We weren't expecting a sheriff here. We're just trying to put as many miles from NCR as we can. We don't want to be anywhere near New Vegas when the Legion crosses the river. Our luck has gone south since we lost all of our money gambling in Vegas. We didn't go AWOL from duty to become raiders. But we've seen what the Legion does to people that survive their battles. We wanted to be gone before the fighting starts. And we heard there may be some safety up in New Canaan. No fucking way. We're deserters now. The NCR isn't gonna throw us a ticker tape parade for going home. Yeah, if we see the NCR, they'll be waiting for us with a bullet to the brain pan. So what are we supposed to do? Just run? Maybe you're right. Come on, boys. Let's get the hell out of here before the law shows up.
I'm in love with that cowboy robot. Car over there on display. It's on display because it has bullet holes. My hat has bullet holes in it.
Six, do you want some chips? Picked out most of the green parts. Hey, Six?
Some of the older fiends would make great research cases. I think they've managed to preserve their organs with all the chemicals they've ingested.
What is it?
I bet you miss your dinky. Oh.
bright? Is the sun always this bright? Man, I need some new shades.
A lot more junk around here. Down south, it's almost like folks were never there. But every now and then you'll see something that'll remind you that ain't so. Like a hat on a cactus. Or a car sticking out where there ain't no business being a road. It's enough to make you wonder if
Sulik
this is
used
all
to say
part
that
of the
we all
plan.
had two wolves
Maybe
battling
God just
inside
got
us.
tired of
A good
fighting
wolf
and
and an evil wolf.
grandstanding and being the big
The one
bad
that wins
lion.
is the one we feed.
Maybe he just wants to be a butterfly, dancing on the Texas wind.
Hey, Six, do you want some chips? Picked out most of the green parts. Hey, Six.
What's up?
like we'll be spending a lot of time together.
Six, can I borrow a smoke?
All right, I'll
I'll
try to find a good
right
place
here.
to read.
Waiting. For you.
See you around.
Yeah,
I got your
alright.
back.
Just when the standing around was getting exciting.
You don't think there are any rad scorpions in here, do you?
I always say treat people how you want to be treated. So if the Enclave hates mutants, then I guess they want people to hate them too.
Hey,
Okay, Boone. You are just too quiet. If I confess to you that I hate guys aren't his lead.
What's up? Okay, but I know exactly what's in there. Don't touch Mr. Killingsworth. Don't touch Mr. Killingsworth. Stupid except us. Am I right, Six? Am I right? Contact!
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? Meh.
Yeah. Come fly with me. Let's float down to Peru.
What's up? See you around.
In Llama Land, there's the one that band to fruitful. Yeah, come get some, you frick. Everyone is stupid except us. Am I right, Six? Am I right? Everyone is stupid except us. Am I right, Six? Am I right? Yeah, come get some, you frick.
Trouble.
X, I'm bored.
Stay sharp.
He's gotta be real quiet, like.
Hold on, I've got this. I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
What's up? See you around.
I can go for some mashed taters tonight. If I had my druthers, I'd slather them up with gravy, get a side of cornbread, and some fried chicken, too. But seeing as this ain't a drink...
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
People think the NCR is difficult.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with? That's right. Nothing gets in or out of here without me knowing it. Under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes supply runners and high-security patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was enacted are forbidden from returning. Fine by me. Later.
So, this is home, huh? I can see why. How you like to get out?
Don't touch Mr. Killingsworth.
Evening.
Looking sharp, Ramos.
Railroad Bill. He's a prick and I don't like him. Shoot old rail. Road, Bill.
Some of the older fiends would make great research cases. I think they've managed to preserve their organs with all the chemicals they've ingested.
Hello. Hello, you must be the outsider everyone's talking about. I'm Linda Schuller. If you ever need medical attention, this is the place to come. Yes, I handle all medical needs in the bunker. If you're ever wounded, I can treat you. For a fee. Normally I'd just be the base's medical officer, but my other duties say otherwise. We have equipment here to treat most physical injuries. Lacerations, broken bones, that sort of thing. We also carry a full supply of antitoxins. You may have noticed the bark scorpions up above. Though tiny, their venom packs quite a punch. Treating scorpion stings is my most common procedure. I can also treat any form of radiation sickness you pick up out in the waste. No matter what stage. Save the last. I'm this bunker's head scribe in everything but name. I supervise the research teams. I collate the reports. I attend the meetings. But for reasons beyond me, that buffoon Taggart still gets the title. And don't get me started on that little pet of his. Everyone around here knows what's going on there but her. Oh, I tried. The Elder listened patiently to my carefully constructed argument regarding why the buffoon should lose his position. Then he just as patiently explained to me that Taggart's work was vital to our cause, and that he wasn't to be trifled with lesser matters. But vital to our cause? Hardly. Pleasure doing business with you. Later.
bunker takes a little getting used to, doesn't it? Welcome to the range. Feel free to use any open land. Sure. The Elder's already given the okay. Unfortunately, you'll have to use your own weapons and ammo. Bye.
You must be the stranger I've been hearing about. Sorry, but I'm strictly forbidden from offering our tech to outsiders like yourself. Besides, I'm a little busy right now.
We just had word that the town of Prim is now part of the NCR. At this rate, they'll be running the whole region soon.
Oh, I'm knackered. You know, I had the worst night's sleep last night. We were camped out, some prick comes along, shakes me, wakes me up.
Try to keep Veronica out of trouble, would you?
Don't worry though, I took care of it. She got a really stupid face, then went back to bed. Problem solved.
simple.
Oh, Larry. Whoa.
Hello, outsider.
Hey, can't. Larry.
Try to keep Veronica out of trouble, would you? We just had word that the town of Prim is now... Then you bring your second unit up to provide covering fire, like so.
Why is your friend there glaring at me like that? Did I bump into him or something?
McNamara's done a pretty good job, given the situation he was in.
Hey. Okay, see ya.
Sulik used to say that we all had two wolves battling inside us. A good wolf and an evil wolf. The one that wins is the one we feed.
What's up? See you around.
Evening. You've been outside. Is the NCR really still hunting us? If we could just combine the best qualities of laser and plasma weaponry.
Traveling for a while, haven't we? My souls are so worn, not even Jesus can save them.
Hello, outsider. Yes, what is it? Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ramos to keep outsiders away from my research. I am Head Scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy to deal with the likes of you right now.
I can hardly notice that lazy eye anymore.
I'm surprised you're not wearing that hood to hide your hair like you usually do, Veronica.
Six, do you want some chips? Picked out most of the green parts. Hey, Six.
Evening. If it's not broken weapons, it's broken power armor.
If we could just combine the best qualities of laser and
Oh, you must be the outsider everyone's buzzing about. Pleased to meet you. I'm Lorenzo, senior knight and general handyman around here. Bye.
Plasma weaponry.
Hey. Try to keep Veronica out of trouble, would you?
As much as I'm sick of Taggart's VR sims, I have to admit, we wouldn't be combat ready without him.
We just had word that the town of Prim is now part of the NCR. At this rate, they'll be running the whole region soon.
Hello.
We just had word that the town of Prim is now part of the NCR. At this rate, they'll be running the whole region soon.
You've been outside. Is the NCR really still
Why is your
homeless?
friend there glaring at me like that? Did I bump into him or something?
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us? Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them. I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say? As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed. Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well, and all in the name of security. Which is why we need to replace him. Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced. I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it? That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Hey, Six, you ever been to Denver? Strange place. Everyone lives in the sky.
Pardon?
One time, we get really drunk and one guy fell off. Then he got eaten by dogs. I like dogs.
Hey.
Pretty fun place.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is. Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment. One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it. Oh, there are patrols, just not exploratory ones. We've been in a state of lockdown for, well, let's just say it's been a while. The only time anyone gets to go topside is guard duty, or to gather provisions. Other than that, it's steel walls and fluorescent lights for us. That's not really for me to say. It's a bit of a touchy subject. You should probably forget I mentioned it. Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data. I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd. What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move. You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us. Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing. Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin. I'll track the virus from over here. You just concentrate on locating the terminals hosting it.
We just had word that the town of Prim is now part of the NCR. At this rate, they'll be running the whole region soon.
I'll track the virus from over here. You just concentrate on... The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Ten seconds. Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time.
Hello.
Did you want to try isolating the virus? All right, I'll monitor when it jumps. When I give the signal, start checking terminals. The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
How may I assist you?
10 seconds. Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try isolating the virus? All
Hey.
When I was a kid, Dad told me the legend of Dead-Eye Cedric. Cedric had lost both eyes, but he could hit a
The
ball
virus
cap
just
in
jumped.
midair with his
Find
hunting
which
rifle.
terminals it went to. 10 seconds. Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try isolating the virus? All right, I'll monitor when it jumps. When I give the signal, start. The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Ten seconds. 10 seconds. Damn it. It's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. You're being watched. Did you want to try isolating the virus? The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Oh. 10 seconds.
Oh, Larry. Oh.
That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged.
Larry.
You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right? I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. Standing around's not his strong suit. I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again. Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest. Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it. Bye.
Whoa, ho. No one. My heart sings your love. Let's give me wings.
Yes, what is it? Bye.
Hello.
You can always tell how windy it is by how heavy the trash is that's floating around. That's say today's wind is about napkin miles per hour.
Yeah? Head Scribe Taggart quickly realized my extraordinary talent when I took the mandatory VR combat testing. Soon after that, he requested that I get transferred to VR specialist training, serving as his assistant. I miss hanging out with the other students all the time, but at least I get to skip all those boring lectures. Well, like just about everyone else here, I grew up in the Brotherhood. My father was a scribe and my mother a paladin. They both died at Helios 1. The others were always like a family to me before that, but afterward they became my family in truth. Well, I don't know. I'm a little like both of them, I guess. If I had to choose, I really don't know which I'd pick. That's a question I've been asked a lot lately, since it's something I have to decide for myself soon. I'm currently an apprentice in the Brotherhood, and recently became eligible for journeyman status. But first I have to decide which order I want to join, the Knights or the Scribes. Knights are in charge of all of our equipment. Power armor, Gatling lasers, you name it. All of it built and maintained by Knights. Knights also get to go out on patrols, scouting assignments, and support the Paladins in offensive operations. Being a Knight would mean getting to see more of the world, fight the Brotherhood's enemies, and possibly someday become a Paladin like my mother.
Bye. Keep an eye on Veronica here. She's a sharp one.
Being watched, so don't get any ideas.
Hello again, my friend. I hope you've been finding the information in the data store useful. Bye.
Railroad Bill, Railroad Bill. He's a prick, and I don't like him. I'm gonna shoot old Railroad Bill.
Hey. Your presence here, let's just say it's highly irregular. Outsiders aren't even allowed to know that our bunker's here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful. So, you've been talking to Hardin, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Hardin. There have been only a few cases of elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it. I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, we were running our chapter out the Helios 1 solar power station. Our elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed as long as we did. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us from all directions. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Eventually, our positions collapsed. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter that day. Who was Elijah more like? He was our elder before McNamara. Bright guy, but just between you and me, he was a little off. Our mission is to recover and preserve the technology of the past, but Elijah wanted more. He sought ways to improve upon technology, make it better. When we found Helios 1, he was like a kid in a candy store. Kept talking about the potential and a grand design never realized. He even insisted we set up our base there, against the objection of nearly every paladin. What followed is a whole other story. Later.
Hello again, my friend. I hope you've been finding the information in the data store useful. Bye.
Hello.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with? That's an old principle that's been around since the Brotherhood was founded. It basically means that you have to obey a superior officer. It's pretty much common sense, but it gets invoked a lot when people get pissy about following orders. If you're curious, I'll give you access to the data store entry on it. You'd probably be the first to read it in years, if not decades. Later. being watched, so don't get any ideas.
You don't think there are any rad scorpions in here, do you?
The bunker takes a little getting used to, doesn't it? How may I assist you?
See you around.
Hey.
What is it, outsider? Have you discovered anything? I could hardly call myself head paladin if I didn't. It's one of the first things every initiate learns when they start training. What about it? I could be wrong, but I think that's a dead end. McNamara's always followed orders, and we've been incommunicado since fleeing Helios. Second part, what are you talking about? That is the standard procedure, yes. For example, McNamara gives orders to head scribe Taggart, who then relays further orders to the scribes. I wasn't aware that failing to do so was punishable, however. Interesting. If we can just find an instance where McNamara went around someone and gave orders to their subordinates, we'll have him. Yes, I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for some time. He took it very personally when they first went missing. That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able to deal with the potential loss of his men. It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on standard patrols, which don't need them. Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. If you should find any on the lost patrols, let me know. It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of leadership. We're safe, yes, but at what cost? After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to recon the area. We need to know what's going on out there. Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our... Next, it's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either. It's a travesty is what it is. Every second we sit on our hands down here is another second that we're not fulfilling our sworn duty. Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable, seeing as how he was a scribe. Typically only paladins are eligible, but an exception was made in his case on account of him being a genius. Unfortunately, whatever scientific acumen he had didn't extend to tactics. Trying to defend Helios was a blunder of the worst kind, and many brothers lost their lives because of it. Many of the senior paladins, myself included, advised him to fight a retreating action, but he refused to budge. Said he almost had it working. We never did find out exactly what he was talking about. When the perimeter was finally overrun, the Elder had simply vanished. Helios was the worst goddamn action I've seen in a long, long career of fighting. Bye.
Hey, Six, can we stop off somewhere? I need to buy some ammo. And, some whiskey. And some cigarettes. Something to play with. Maybe a belt or...
What is it, Outsider? Have you discovered anything?
Skull in it. That'll look good. Stupid acceptor. Am I right, Six? Am I right?
Veronica, we have to do something about your outfit.
This water tastes green.
Sure.
You ever heard of... Don't touch Mr. Killingsworth.
All right, make sure you pack enough.
Fine by me.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
No, I won't trade with you. Gotcha. No, I won't trade with you. Gotcha. Did you see that? I'm going to go ask her about it right now. Great. What's up? You know how you've been helping me to learn to fight better with my fists? Well, I think I'm good enough to do it for real now. And look what I've been saving to use someday. So I can fight now anytime with them. Pretty exciting, huh? Oh, if you ever want to borrow beauty from me, feel free, because I can use these. And I've been thinking about it. You know, now that I'm trained to fight up close, I think I could handle a knife or something like that. No, I won't trade with you. Gotcha. I'm ready. Let's go. Do you have a minute? I have something I want to talk to you about. I told you when we first started traveling together that it wouldn't be for very long. But I'm having so much fun with you. And you've become very special to me. I think of you as a friend, as a best friend actually. And I don't want to leave you or the Mojave. So, what do you say? Should we make it official? Shall I stay and keep following you around? Great! We'll be best friends forever. Yes, absolutely. When I scavenge for stuff to sell, I look for special little things that I might like to keep. I have a collection of those things. I haven't shown them to you because, well, a girl likes to have some privacy. And besides, not everyone I've traveled with has understood that it's fun to find pretty or interesting things and keep them. And a couple of the people I've traveled with have made fun of me for it. I'm so excited you collect stuff too. What's your favorite thing to collect? Those are my favorites too. Yes, absolutely. Okay, I don't know what all this fuss is about, but yes, if you're tired of seeing me in this outfit, I'm willing to change it. Happy? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you do. So, the first present is, I made you a sweet roll to celebrate. But I'd also like to do something for you from now on, as your friend. I can cook for you, you know? Anything you want. You'll need to bring the ingredients, but I'll do the rest. What do you think? Oh, good. It'll be fun. I'd like to do some trading. Do you think we could do that? When I was at the Mojave Outpost, I talked to Major Knight about where I should go. He gave me 3 names. Great! It has been too long since I've been to a trader. Trade? Ha! You want to give me something heavy to carry, don't you? I'm ready. Let's go. I'm glad you found me that day. Trade? Ha! You want to give me something heavy to carry, don't you? Okay, sure.
I asked Al once what the difference is between ignorance and apathy. He says, I don't know, and I don't care. That's enough of that.
You're mine.
See that?
We might be able to find some Nevada agave around here.
Take him out.
That worse. Hostiles, 12 o'clock.
Got your back. Got you now. You're not getting away from me.
It's Aye, aye, spy. You can go first. Hey. Hey, Six.
You take him down and let God sort him out.
Contact!
Ain't much to that fight. They were more scared than a puppy pooping peach seeds, if you ask me.
Bring it!
Come on, hit me a little bit.
Got you now. Get away from me.
These poor folks couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag.
Yeah, he just...
That's enough of that.
Yeah? Yeah? Come on!
Guess we made it.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me.
I don't know if you noticed,